lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio.
And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Wanna share my soul,
This is for men, this is Ali. This is for men, cause it's God breathed. Yeah, the Holy Spirit, hope you hear it. Things look clearer when you look in the mirror. Walking down the valley cause he led me. Fed me from the pages with the red ink. Translated for my boys with the rock ready. Heat under the seat, inside the box Chevy. Listen man, I was asleep, I was dead. Been transformed, I'm a sheep, now I'm led. Away from the edge, gotta do what it said. You're not tuned in to the bed. I got soul. He gave me so much soul. So I'm just a king with a dream. So it seems on the Lord I'ma lean. So you got soul. We got soul. I finished breakfast, now back to the message. Let's take it way back to my mama's Lexus. In 96 I let it knock just for the beat. It was a beat, tan brown with butter seats. I'm far from a hermit, driver just a permit. 15 and swerving, all I got to learn is a little big and pop. They would teach. I played Marvin Gaye through the Maywood Street. What's going on is not a secret of mine. The good Lord said if you seek you would find. Fast forward years, I'm the preacher in line. With rhymes that can speak to the time. I got soul. He gave me so much soul. He gave me too much soul. I'm just a king with a dream. So it seems on the Lord I'ma lean. So you got soul. We got soul. And the Lord God formed the man from the dust of the ground. And he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became what it become, man. A living soul. That's right. But Lord Sweat call that summer me. I'm fly man, winter, fall, summer, spring. Young boy call me old school. They say I'm so cool and I'm no fool. They like the perspective I seem to bring. I guess that's how it is when you sing some things. Cause I've been high, I top of 10 terraces. I've seen men die, seen men perish. Still never losing focus, of course. My eyes on the throne, my hopes in the Lord. He gives keys that can open the door. And he's about to open it more. I got soul. He gave me so much soul. Too much soul. I'm just a king with a dream. So it seems on the Lord I'ma lean. Soul.
I got so much soul.
Yes, I got so much soul. I like that. Wow. Welcome to another Sunday with Nuts, with your boy Dre. And I'm telling you guys, it has been quite the week. And it's actually been a really, really great week. I hope you guys had a great week again, too. And now, here we are. We're back. I thank you so much for joining me, taking out just a moment of your time to enjoy another Sunday with Nuts with your boy Dre. You know what, I say it a lot. Matter of fact, I say it quite often. I probably say it all the time. But you know what? I really do mean it this time. Not like I didn't mean it that last time. Or that last time, after that last time that was before what I said was going to be the last time. I really missed you guys. And I'm so glad you just took out a small amount of your time to enjoy this Sunday with Nuts with your boy Dre. A lot has been going on this week. A lot has been going on in the world. And you know what? We made it. God is still in control. And that's enough to celebrate right there. So let's just celebrate this. And you know what? Since Sunday, with Nuts with Dre, I tell you what, man, we're going to help you out like we always do. But you know what? We're going to help you out in a little different way. We are going to give you exclusively tonight, Sunday with Nuts with Dre, we're going to give you a little comedy. Because you know what? I know. I help you out and I give you advice and I show you how not to be a thug and I point out differences in between white people and black people, how they're different, but we're also alike. And of course, you know, I definitely I like to keep it real. But let's just go ahead and be a little lighthearted tonight, you know. But understand, even in the comedy, there are life lessons, okay? I like to just actually start off by telling you a little bit about me. I don't get too personal in my business because it ain't none of your business. I don't know y'all like that, okay? You're welcome. But you know what? I'm going to just go a little in depth and just give you a little history of my personal life, some of the things I've been dealing with or I've dealt with in the past. Because, again, it's a testimony, and I want to help people, okay? Like, for instance, you know, I've been blessed to make, you know, a pretty good living for myself. God has definitely provided for me and my family. But it wasn't always like that. See, when I grew up, my family, we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have much at all. You know, we was poor. Matter of fact, we wasn't even poor. We was poor. We couldn't even afford to owe. We was just, and there was actually 5 of us in the house, y'all. Me, my 2 brothers, my mom, and my dad. Yeah, 5 of us. And we were so, we couldn't even afford to eat a lot of times. Matter of fact, when I was 4 years old, my dad actually left. Yeah, he actually left. Now, he didn't run out and desert us. We actually took a vote and, well, we voted him out the house because we were so, we couldn't afford to keep him. He was the biggest one in the house, eating up the most food. He was no longer in the family budget. But see, that's in my past. What a lot of people don't understand also is that when I was 6 years old, I was kidnapped, y'all. Kidnapped. Snatched out of the heart of the ghetto. These men, they grabbed me and they threw me in this van and took me to this undisclosed location. And they set me in a chair with my hands tied behind my back. One of the kidnappers asked me for information so they could call my mama for a ransom, and I gave it to him. Kidnapper called my mama, and this is what he said, y'all. He said, "Hello, is this Mrs. Ivy?" My mama said, "Yes, it is." Kidnapper said, "Well, we got little DeAndre here, and we're thinking about doing something real bad to him. We might hurt him. Dismember him. We might even kill him." I heard my mama scream through the phone, "Don't hurt my baby, please don't hurt my baby." Kidnapper said, "Shut up. Now, if you want to see your baby boy alive again, you're going to have to pay. Now, you got exactly 24 hours to come up with $13.72. Now, that ain't what hurt my feelings, y'all, the low ball price. What hurt my feelings is that when the kidnapper hung up, he turned to me and said that my mom had the nerve to ask if they could hold the check for 2 weeks. Kind of bad. But see, that's in my past. See, that doesn't affect the type of person I am today. Again, I had hardships, but God has always been in control, and He's blessed me. And He's given me a real good heart to help people. He sure has. Well, I'll give you an example of how I've helped people before in my life. Like 2 weeks ago, I was driving home after work, and I was coming down I-65, and it was about 11 o'clock at night, and I saw a man on the side of the road with his thumb out hitchhiking, happened to be white. I don't care. I don't care what Donald Trump say. We are all brothers and sisters. We all are equal. I didn't care if he was white. I just knew at that time of the night it was dangerous. There's a lot could happen. A lot of crazy people out there, crazier than me. So I decided I'm going to pull over and give him a ride. And I said, right before I pulled over, I said, Lord, I don't care what it is. This man needs help. This white man needs help. And as a Christian, I'm going to help him. I don't care wherever he tell me to take him. I don't care. I'm going to take him, Lord. I'm going to do it. So I pull the car over. He gets in. He closes the door. I look over at him. I say, sir, where can I take you? Where are you headed? He looked at me and he said, nowhere in particular, sir. You see, I'm homeless. I said, good God Almighty, homeless. So I drove 10 feet. I slammed on the brakes. I said, I believe this is you then. That made him mad, but what really upset him, he gave me a dirty look when I stuck my hand out for some gas money. I took him where he said he was going, didn't I? I did my part. I'm a man of my word. Praise God. I like helping people and doing good deeds. And I like all people, black people, white people, orange people. It don't matter because we all created equal, y'all. I don't discriminate. Well, actually, about 3 months ago, I lived in an all-black neighborhood until about 3 months ago, and a white man and his family moved right next door. Yeah. First white family we ever had moved right next door to me. I welcomed him and his family with open arms. Sure did. Now, there are pros and cons when a white family moves into an all-black neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Pros and cons. Pro. White man and his family moved into the all-black neighborhood 3 months ago. Immediately, he started a neighborhood watch. Last 3 months, in-home burglaries are down 100%. That's a pro. But here comes the con. Last 3 months, me and my family, we've had no secondary income. You have to take the good with the bad when it comes to white folks. You just have to, because they're going to bring you both. But again, I don't see color. I just see the heart and the content of a person's character, because that's just what I do. But I myself, I've been the victim of racism. I sure have. Unadulterated, unmitigated racism. I'll give you an example. About 3 weeks ago, I was working, and of course, they got this pandemic thing going on. And so, I was working, and my boss was pleased with my job performance, and he gave me a raise. Sure did, 15 cents an hour. I said, wow, 15 cents? If he'd have made it a quarter, I'd probably quit. But he gave me a 15-cent an hour raise. I decided, you know what, I got all this extra money. I'm going to treat myself to a nice dinner at a fancy restaurant. Sure. So that's what I did. And you know how I know it's a fancy restaurant? That's because they had a buffet. It was 6 feet apart and face masks, but it was still a fancy buffet restaurant. Sure was. Now, I was at the buffet, and I was getting my food like the other people, and we were all spread out. And I'm just getting my food. They getting their food. I'm not saying nothing to nobody. When all of a sudden, the manager and 2 wait staff come out the back. They grabbed me. They ain't supposed to be touching me. They might have the Ebola. But they grabbed me, wrestled me, threw me out. The manager stood right there in the door face, and he pointed his finger at me. He said, don't you ever come in my restaurant again. I don't want your kind in here no more. What? Now ask me. Was it the way I was dressed? Was it the color of my skin? Was it my hair? Was it that big duffel bag I was stuffing all that food into? Blatant, unadulterated, unmitigated racism. I don't understand it, folks. I'm a good person. Why would they do me like that? But again, we all got to get along. We do. See, here's the thing. What white people don't understand is, to y'all, we love y'all. Y'all just need to love us and love yourself too. But I tell you, growing up, and things that I encountered in my life, it was just, it was pretty traumatic. But it helped to shape me as a person I am today. It sure is. Yeah. I tell you what, through all my years, I've learned a lot of things. And one of the things I learned is that people play too much. So, dude, people play too much, y'all. They really do. Well, 2 nights ago, I was sitting at home watching some bootleg cable and my phone rang. So I picked up my phone. I said, hello. Person at the other end said, nah, and hung up. I said, what's going on? Wow, that was weird. 2 minutes later, my phone rang again. I picked up, hello? Same thing. Nah, hung up. What's the... Man, they better leave me alone. 2 minutes later, phone rang again. I picked up. I was like, look, hello. Same thing. No, hung up. At this time, I said, enough. I start 69. Phone rings. All of a sudden, the person picks up. Hello, this is O.J. Simpson. I said, O.J., what are you doing playing on my phone? Calling me and playing on my phone, man. Don't be doing that, man. That's real childish, man. You don't know me like that. Quit calling here playing on my phone. O.J. said, it was not me. I didn't call you. I didn't call you playing on your phone. I said, O.J., it was you. I started 69 you. It was you. You better quit calling here playing on my phone. Ain't nobody got time for this. I'm a grown man. Don't be calling here no more. He said, it wasn't me. I said, O.J., quit calling here. Don't do it no more. And I hung up on him. Less than 30 seconds later, my phone rang again. I looked at them. I said, look, hey, man, O.J., quit. He said, it was not me. I did not call you. I said, O.J., he said, look, it was not me. I did not do it. I did not call you playing on your phone. He said, but if I would have called you playing on your phone, this is how I would have been playing. Nah. I said, you know what? Just, O.J. People play too much, y'all. They really do. I tell you what, people don't respect nobody either. But this president we got in the White House, this Donald, he doesn't respect nobody. He just don't. And so this, what it has done is it's translated to a lot of people in America. This country has lost its respect for each other. Yes, it has. And that's one thing I just cannot tolerate is a lack of respect. I tell you, people just don't respect nobody no more. I give an example. I tell you what, bill collectors don't respect nobody. You know they don't. Bill collectors don't respect nobody no more. So don't. Matter of fact, about 3, maybe 4 months ago, I was sitting on my couch watching a blank screen because somebody had actually reported my bootleg cable. So they cut my cable off. I picked up the phone. What do you know, on the other end, it was a bill collector. Person on the other end had the nerve to say, hello, it's this Mr. DeAndre Ivory. I said, yeah, that's who you call. She said, well, this is Jennifer with AT&T, and I was calling because our records indicate you're 2 months behind past due on your bill. So I was just calling to see when you plan on making a payment. I said, wait a minute, who's this again? She said, this is Jennifer with AT&T. I said, Jennifer, how you get this number? She said, sir, AT&T is the phone company. I said, I don't care who you're with. This number's supposed to be private. How many people in that office got access to this private number, Jennifer? She said, Mr. Ivory, look, that's besides the point. Now, are you going to pay this bill? I said, well, probably not. Matter of fact, I was just sitting up here contemplating on whether or not I was going to write y'all a bad check and send it in to pay this bill. But now, Jennifer, from the phone company, because of this here disrespectful call, I'm not going to even do that. She said, Mr. Ivory, if you're not going to pay your bill, we'll have to disconnect your service. I said, Jennifer, I'm not paying and I'm not playing. Do what you got to do. Click. Needless to say, they turned my phone off. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. You know what? I went to my local grocery store and got me a little prepaid with a prepaid card. $20, and I got 30 minutes. And you know the beautiful thing about it is, I decided to use my phone to my advantage. I use my call ID now. Yeah, with call ID. What it does is, of course, you know with call ID, it allows you to see who's calling you before you answer. So if you don't want to pick up the phone and talk to them, you ain't got to talk to them. Something happened 2 nights ago. I was sitting at home with my binoculars, looking through my neighbor's window, watching their cable, when my phone rang. And naturally, I looked at the number, and I recognized the number. That was my brother's number. And you know, my brother, my oldest brother, Dwayne. And of course, I hadn't talked to him in a while. And so, you know, I couldn't wait to hear his voice. I mean, that's my brother. That's family. That's blood. You know, can't wait to talk to my brother. I love my brother, man. Can't wait to hear his voice. But just as I went to slide it over so I could talk to him, something stopped me. Because it was then that I realized I still owe my brother $7. Technically, he's a bill collector. Ooh. Yeah, that's when that was going to have to go to voicemail. These are just things that I go through, things that I've experienced. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I mean, we've all had some hardships and difficulties and things like that, but we get through them. Like I tell you what, I had a rough stint about 2 years ago, and a lot of people don't know this, but I'll share it with you because, again, this is my testimony, and hopefully it'll help somebody else. I was playing basketball, and I got fouled. The guy elbowed me, and he elbowed me, and he knocked one of my front toothpicks out. And so when he knocked one of my front toothpicks out, I was missing a toothpick. And so I didn't like that because it messed up my spine. And it was kind of stealing my joy. So I went to the dentist, and the dentist told me how much it would cost to get a new toothpick put in there. And of course, I didn't have the money, and I didn't have dental insurance. So what I did was I wrote him a check for the toothpick. And so he put the toothpick in, and as luck would have it, of course, I wasn't surprised, the check bounced. And so he called, and his office called, asking me to bring in the money or make the check good, and I didn't have the money, so I wouldn't return the call. And so, therefore, I became a fugitive on the run from the ADA, the American Dental Association. And for about 9 months, I was on the run from them because I didn't have the money, and I didn't want to take my toothpaste back and mess my smile up and steal my joy. And it became stressful. You know, you don't understand how stressful that was because it changed me. You know, I was on edge. You know, I was kind of jittery. You know, I could be outside somewhere, you know, talking to a friend, you know, I'd be like, hey, man, what's up? Man, you know, same old, just out here living life, man, enjoying it, man. It's beautiful, man. Great day to be alive. Wait a minute. There's somebody behind the bush? He asked me my tooth. I'm here after my tooth. He asked me, hey, man, I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to holler at you, okay? But finally, they tracked me down, y'all. They took me to court. And there I was, in court, charged with theft by deception for writing a bad check for my toothpaste. I remember the lawyer, the prosecuting attorney, he was questioning me, and, I didn't have really much of a defense except for this. I played the race card. But let me tell you something. I don't feel I owe him for this tooth. For the simple fact that the dentist is a racist. He said, what do you mean he's a racist? Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. I'm a black man, okay, from a black family. Why he give me a white tooth? How come he didn't give me a black tooth? I wanted a black tooth, but he gave me a white tooth. Huh? Because he wanted the tooth to represent him and not me. I am proud of my African heritage, and I demand a black tooth, or I'm keeping this white tooth. The judge even said it was ridiculous, y'all. He said, Mr. Ivory, $285. Man, will you pay this man? I said, you know what? Fine. I'll pay him. This is ridiculous anyway. I'm sorry it had to go to this. So I reached in my pocket and said, man, who did I make this check out to? And then I said, man, I'm not taking another check from you. I said, man, what do you want from me? He said, man, I want you to make it good. I said, I can't make it good. I said, what else do you want from me? He said, I want the tooth. I said, man, you want the tooth? He said, I want the tooth. I said, man, you can't handle the tooth. Needless to say, I spent 30 days in jail. When I got out, I gave the tooth back. But you better believe, when he got it back, it was no condition to be used again. I didn't brush. I brushed every one of my teeth except for that tooth. That's right. I chewed a jawbreaker with that tooth. I tried to break that tooth. I treated that one tooth real bad. When I would gargle, I'd make sure that I wouldn't put no mouthwash on that one tooth. So it was just nasty looking. And it stank. I gave it back to him. I know it's wrong. That wasn't no God in that. But you know what? The devil won that one. I'm sorry. Things I've been going through, y'all. The problems that I had in my life. I didn't mean to vent. But somebody got to speak up for me. And I'm going to tell you another thing I'll never do. Since we're on venting, you know what? I will never, you hear me? Never, ever go to Burlington again. Never. I don't care what kind of sales they have. You will never, ever catch me or hear about me going in a Burlington again. Sure won't. Now, it might just been this Burlington here in Louisville, Kentucky. But as far as I'm concerned, one Burlington represents all of the Burlingtons. And I will never, ever go in Burlington again. You know why? I don't like the way they treat shoplifters. Oh, they treated me bad. At least let me get out of the store with the stuff. I'm just telling you, Burlington is off my list. I'm going to find somewhere else to shoplift. One thing Burlington won't have to worry about me doing is coming in there and stealing stuff from them. I'm done with them. This Christmas, I'll find me a new store. I didn't like their stuff anyway. A lot of it, you know what I'm saying, was overpriced anyway. I mean, it was good stuff, but, I mean, I've stolen from better stores than that. Anyway, I'm just venting. That's it. But again, that's the type of the things I've been going through in my life. And the reason why I tell my testimony, because you know what? I want to help somebody. As I always say, I want to be a blessing and not a curse. And I hope I've been a blessing and not a curse to you all. And teach you to be on the straight and narrow. Don't let this country ruin you. Don't let your past turn you into the monster. You know what? I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to say this right now. With the way things are going on in this world right now, it's so crazy. The division going on. This economy is a mess. This pandemic, I tell you what, it's got everybody concerned. Even the ones that ain't concerned, they concerned. They just don't want you to know it. But as we all see, the crime rate has increased. Almost doubled in some places. You know what it is? Gangs. It's a gang everywhere, y'all. It's gangs literally on every corner. street game. You can't go nowhere without running into somebody in a game. You go over here. West side? You go over here. East side in the house. Over here. North side. Over here. South side. Man, I was walking to the park the other day. I bumped into a homeless man. He gonna jump up. Outside? Wait a minute now. Is that even a gang? Outside? You know. It's a you know what? You just can't go nowhere without running to somebody in the game. So y'all be careful out there. Be vigilant. Watch where you're going. Because you never know. There's trouble all around. Stay watchful and stay prayerful. And that's a public service announcement from your boy Dre. Now, I thank you so much for joining me for another Sunday with Nuts with Dre. I know I helped you all out because I feel better about it. I sure do. You all are welcome. You don't owe me anything. But you could pay my light bill, $163. I just put it out there. You know what I always like to do? I'm going to go ahead and pray us out. So I'm going to ask you that all heads are bowed and all eyes are closed, unless, of course, you're blind. Then come on, man. Why you got to close your eyes? Really? Seriously? For real? Wow. Oh, Lord. We thank you for another Sunday with Nuts with Dre. We thank you for another opportunity to come together in conversation and fellowship. Thank you for making a way out of nowhere. Thank you for opening doors that no man can shut. Thank you for being a lawyer in the courtroom. Guilty, not guilty, mistrial. Thank you for being a doctor in the sick room. You know what? I knew he wasn't going to make it when he had a bullet hole with a Band-Aid over it. But most of all, we thank you for being God and God alone, for loving us more than we could ever love you or even ourselves. Now bless us and keep us. Keep your arms wrapped tightly around us. Pull us close to your bosom. We will be forever mindful to give you the honor, the glory, and the praise. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now you all have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, because before you know it, you're going to look up and it's Monday. You all have a great week. I'll see you next Sunday with more nuts, with more Dre. Because you know what? I got some chili in there with my name on it. So I'm going to eat a little bit and put on a little weight. Now, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. If you try to stop my love, I'll punch you. I'll knock you out. I will turn you. You better ask Tina. My love hurts. It's painful, but it's pleasant. And it comes from the heart. And I hit hard. You guys take care. Be blessed and not stressed. See you.
Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, like the number 7. Yo, Yahweh is the name of God. Yahshua is the Son. Lord, forgive us for our sins and guns. I'ma stick with the hardcore, giving you more raw, jumping up for business like I'm teaching you parkour. Stuck in my lifetime, creating more hype rhymes. Gotta get these businesses off in the lifeline. Man steps, homie, this is more than just lifelines. Damn if I'ma be a fool, not for him or me or you. Talking about the enemy, clean up the proximity. Knowledge to the youth, son, is the only remedy. That's my contribution to the man steps community. Can't change the path, but we can unify the history. Proverbs chapter 9, that's where wisdom be. I understand and understand, it ain't no wizardry.
I'm taking man steps, pump hard like biceps. Go hard, homie, till there's nothing left. Make moves, speak your kids, leave the dope alone. No doing bits, you gotta move like a man. Move like a man, move like a man. Move like a man, move like a man. Move like a man, move like a man. Maybe go ahead and just your plan. Knowing thyself and thyself be man. Family first, in accordance with God's plans. Eating with grace, never be biting the hand. Fake still strong when funk hit the fan. Step out the house, hard bottles in a necktie. Sharp as attack, royalty, so I dress fly. Electronic thoughts like a product Best Buy. Mentor the youth, keep away